self-reliance.
We must be prepared to move persons from dependency to self-sufficiency to economic empowerment. And I'm asking the public to join us on this journey.
This has been the Heartbeat Brief, an inside look at the Ministry of Social Services, Information and Broadcasting.
Your number one team in the North. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better.
And that's going to do it for us here in the North. On behalf of our entire ZNS News team, I'm Jolanda Thompson-Everest.
And I'm Jay Philippe.
Thank you so much for tuning in. The Bahamas Tonight starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
First at 11. Authorities seizing a number of high-powered weapons, ammunition, and drugs that were intercepted through a joint operation and being touted as a success today. Also, the PLP's chairman hoping to dispel once and for all a fake video alleging the Bahamas intends to abandon CARICOM. He insists this is simply not true and advises Bahamians to scrutinize information on social media. And activities marking the country's 52nd independence celebrations are already underway. We've got the full lineup so you don't miss out on anything. The Bahamas Tonight at 11 starts now. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast. Tonight, law enforcement are calling a recent operation uncovering an assortment of weapons, ammunition, a huge success. During a press conference early this afternoon, officers showed off a significant find in hopes of demonstrating to the public that those who attempt to violate the law will be brought down. Corval Pyfrom leads us off tonight at 11 from Police Force's East Street headquarters.
Firearms, marijuana, and ammunition were seized in a single operation this past Friday. And while police are holding the details of that operation close to the vest tonight, they were more than happy to show off what it yielded earlier today. Police Commissioner Shanton Knowles made no bones about showing off what she considers a considerable find for law enforcement. A joint operation with police and customs netting more than 24 illegal firearms, many of them high-powered weapons with the potential to cause considerable damage and harm, ammunition, and thousands of dollars worth, as well as marijuana. The operation started Friday afternoon and ended soon after, the commissioner telling the press late Monday afternoon that at least one person is in custody.
Around 3 p.m., we began the operation, and shortly before 5 p.m., we stopped a vehicle in the western portion of New Providence. Upon searching that vehicle, which contained a number of household appliances, we found what you see here today.
The contents were hidden in household appliances like stoves, refrigerators, microwaves, and others.
In this haul, we have 25 weapons that were recovered. 2 of them are revolvers, 11 of them are pistols, 1 of which is a ghost gun, 12 of them are rifles, 9 of which are ghost guns, and of course 29 magazines.
The ammunition seized totals more than 5,000 rounds.
240 rounds of .40 ammunition, 3,081 rounds of .9 millimeter ammunition, 837 rounds of 7.62 ammunition, 50 rounds of .38 ammunition, and 143 rounds of .300 ammunition.
The commissioner stressing just how potentially lethal these weapons could have been if in the wrong hands.
We don't need these kinds of weapons on our street because they will certainly continue to create fear and can, if we know in the hands of the wrong people, and in places where there are large crowds, can cause plenty havoc.
There was also a substantial seizure of marijuana in that same operation.
44 packages of suspected marijuana with a total weight of 49.6 pounds. with a street value of $198.
Commissioner Knowles, using what we saw here today as a chance to say to would-be criminals and criminals that believe that they can smuggle illegal firearms and drugs into the country, 2 words: think again. Reporting from police headquarters for the Bahamas tonight, I'm Corvell Pyfrom. Let's go back in studio to you.
Thanks, Corvell. An investigation is also underway into that triple shooting in the area of John Terrace off Wolf Road last night that left 1 person dead and 2 others injured. When officers arrived on the scene, they found a female lying unresponsive on the porch, suffering from gunshot wounds. Emergency medical personnel found no signs of life. According to police, the other 2 individuals remain in hospital. Assistant Commissioner of Police responsible for crime, Anton Ramming, gave reporters this update earlier this afternoon.
One of those individuals we know succumbed on scene, a 27-year-old female who was injured at that location. Also, there was a 13-year-old male who was also shot and taken to the hospital, shot to the leg. There was also a 19-year-old female that was also shot to the chest and the right side. That individual, both individuals are still detained in hospital, and we are told at this time that they are both in stable condition. Certainly, if there are cameras in that area, we will seek to get that information so that we can see how best that can assist us with the investigation, which we are now carrying on with.
Newly ratified Free National Movement candidate Dr. Nicholas Fox, forced to pick up the pieces after his medical office was ransacked during the early morning hours. The perpetrator reportedly came through a hole cut in the ceiling. We're told iPads used for patient information as well as patient files were flung to the floor. The culprits also tried to get into Dr. Fox's personal computer. Our news team understands the robbers allegedly stole around $2,000 in cash. Dr. Fox confirms his staff made the discovery. When he arrived, he was shocked to see the state of his office. The police have since visited the scene, taken statements, and dusted for fingerprints.
The mood in here is one of disappointment. I've just been ratified 4 days ago, and this seems to be associated with my ratification. I don't understand why somebody would rob a doctor's office. It's just counterproductive, but I think this is a means of intimidation for me, maybe to throw my hat back and give up. But I'm not intimidated. I'm not afraid. I'm in this to win this. So it's just forward movement from here. And I am strong, and I won't let this deter me.
Progressive Liberal Party National Chairman, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, warns Bahamians to approach any political comments on social media with caution. This in light of a recent fake release claiming the government plans to step away from the Caribbean community, otherwise known as CARICOM. Mitchell says, make no mistake about it, the Bahamas continues to be a full-fledged member of the organization.
This has been circulating for weeks, and the Office of the Prime Minister had issued a statement clearly debunking it. When you look at the document, it's clearly fake, bad grammar, poorly written. And the Bahamas government would not make a monumental decision of that kind without consulting the Bahamian public.
Ambassador-designate for the Republic of South Korea to the Bahamas, His Excellency Sang-Ru Lee, set to leave the Bahamas tomorrow after commemorating a special milestone between the 2 countries.
Had relations with Korea, South Korea, as it's colloquially called, for 40 years. This marks the 40th year. And the ambassador and ourselves wanted to mark this in a special way, so he's paying a visit here, and there'll be a reception and an exchange of speeches at the reception.
A reception in the ambassador's honor taking place this evening at the British Colonial Hilton, all in an effort to strengthen the bond and hopefully pave the way to new opportunities.
We look forward to signing a memorandum of understanding between the 2 countries with a way forward on improving our ties. They've, provided support for diplomatic training, for example, for people who wanted to go to university. We have at least 1 Korean-speaking Bahamian now as a result of going to university there. So all in all, it's been great.
Still to come, annual independence celebrations have begun. You're watching the Bahamas tonight at 11. More news in just a moment.
If you listen closely, you can hear the heartbeat of a nation. That unique sound of a great country, pounding with colorful history, a rich culture, and unwavering ambition. When you look around, you recognize its pulse, the people who love to celebrate, who identify with triumph, a people who know how to be our brother's keeper. Commonwealth Bank, built by Bahamians, here for Bahamians, Bahamians helping Bahamians.
Just what is it that you want to do? And we want to have a good time. We want to be free to do what we want to do.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, where safety is first.
More good news for our number one industry to tell you about tonight. Aztec Airways will now offer new air service between Fort Lauderdale, Florida and Marsh Harbor, Abaco this month with daily flights. The additional flights will provide greater flexibility for business travel, leisure trips, making it easier than ever to explore the natural beauty, vibrant culture, and unique charm that Abaco, the boating capital of the Bahamas, has to offer. Activities marking the country's 52nd independence celebrations are already underway. Today is being celebrated as a National Day of Prayer and Reflection, and tomorrow is National Flag Day. Well, yesterday was the much-anticipated Beat Retreat unfolding on Bay Street in a display of national pride. Fern Carey has the details.
Bahamian pride and culture were on full display Sunday as scores of residents packed Rawson and Parliament Squares and lined Bay Street for the Independence Beat Retreat. The event also bringing together senior government officials under the theme, Guarding Our Heritage with Loyalty, Integrity, and Courage. Spectators donned their national colors and waved Bahamian flags as they immersed themselves in the display of high-energy musical performances by the combined bands from the Royal Bahamas Police and Defense Forces and the Bahamas Department of Corrections. Attendees also got a chance to see how law enforcement officers carry out their duties through skits, which showed Defense Force Marines interdictions on the high seas, police arresting the perpetrators, the judiciary executing justice, and criminals being incarcerated. Their efforts supported by a rousing performance of the song Crime Doesn't Pay by students from Yellow Elder Primary School. The National Children's Choir also paid tribute in song to entertainer the late Elon Moxie, who died back in March of this year. A flag lowering ceremony at sunset then capped off the stellar celebration. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Thanks, Fern. And just for information, some of the other events on the Independence calendar include National Pride Day is this Friday, July 4th, National Culture Day on Saturday, July 5th. The National Ecumenical Service and Culture event is set for Wednesday, July 9th at 8 p.m. The People's Independence Junkanoo Rush begins at 1 a.m. on Independence Day, July 10th. And the annual Independence State Reception will be held at Government House on the night of July 10th. Almajal Knowles has a look at what's coming up in sports tonight. Almajal?
And champions crowned on the men's and women's side in the Bahamas Flag Football League. Details of that story and more coming up in sports.
Bahamas Striping Group of Companies, we have been in Exomen now for the past 4 years, carrying out our paving program. A part of our company's philosophy is to do some work to international standards. So when you look at our paving division, we have a state-of-the-art lab to do all of our testing in-house, as well as a state-of-the-art asphalt plant with a trained technician carrying out the work on that site. The overarching goal of our company is to produce the work that we're doing in the entire Bahamas to international standards. We also make a difference by the training of our staff. We have a very intensive training program going on to where we are teaching young men how to learn the art of striping. Being a young man myself, I've made mistakes in the past. I was given a second chance to better my life, and it's only fitting that we pass it along. What's important for us is giving them a second chance for them to get a skill and a career that could take them further in life.
Welcome to your sports on this Monday, everyone. I'm Amajal Knowles, topping sports. We start off with some news from the gridiron over at the Donald Davis Field on Sunday. 4 teams, 2 titles. The Bahamas Flag Football League Championships taking place. Age-old rivalries coming to a head between the lines. On the women's side, the perennial powers, the Global Sun Wildcats, who after some time apart brought the old band back together. Standing on the sideline opposite them would be the A-Shore Windhawks. If you were looking for a high-scoring shootout, look elsewhere. This one would be a battle in the trenches. Defensive showdown that would see the Wildcats claw their way to a 7-zip win and take home their 4th title in the past 10 years.
Knowing that we came into the season with a personal goal, one to deliver a championship for our team and one for our coach that's no longer with us, Philip Raming. This was especially for him. Today's game was all about teamwork. We came and we played for each other. We wanted to make sure we had each other's backs, and we executed.
So this one is definitely special. This is Wildcats' 10th year in the league, and this is our 4th championship. So for us, because we lost out about 2 years ago, this is, like she said, it was a personal for us. We knew we had a goal. We had to do this for Phil, and now history was made. Let's put it that way. The Wildcats now has 4 championships under its belt. No team in this league has ever done it. So we're very proud of these girls. They worked very hard to get here, and we came in this game as the underdog. So this is something big for us. And like I said, it was so hard.
So basically, the program was standard from our former head coach, Mr. Philip Raming, who obviously passed away. So whatever we leave on the field, we always try to leave a standard that represents him. So going out there into the championship game, we told the team, offense, give us a score. Defense, bring you home. Defense wins championship, baby.
The men's side, a rivalry as old as time as the Knowles Holiday Lions taking on the Bamboo Shack Predators. While the trash talk and intensity between these 2 teams will always be high, the end result on Sunday was anything but competitive. The Predators would once again show that they are a class above everyone else with a complete domination on both sides of the ball, pitching a shutout and stifling the roar of the Lions 21-0. Coach Radley Knowles and defensive lineman, the one and only Quincy the Animal Anderson.
Praise God for moving our blessings flow. Number 6 in the books. Hey, listen, we came out, we studied well, prepared well, had a good practice. Ain't nothing taken away from Lions. Great team. But we came out there prepared, ready to go, and thank God we came out with the victory.
Listen and listen carefully. They give a little talk show with this, but they put up talk. The podcast say, yeah, Lion 21, Predators 6. Predators came out the other day to show them we live for this. We live and die for this. So the end of all, the score was 21 Predators, 0 Lions.
News from the association, looks like one of our very own Bahamian NBA stars will have a new home in the very near future. This as the Portland Trail Blazers are set to buy out the remainder of center DeAndre Ayton's contract, making him a free agent. This according to NBA insiders. Ayton, who will turn 27 next month, had $35.6 million left on a contract that was set to expire next summer. He and his representatives approached the Blazers about a buyout, and Ayton wanting to play in a winning situation. He's now free to sign with any team, including those in both salary cap aprons, despite earning greater than $14.1 million. The waiver restriction that would normally prevent a player with Ayton's contract from signing with the team in the second apron. Now, during the regular season, Ayton averaged just under 15 points a game, along with 10 rebounds. Now, insiders have linked Ayton to the Los Angeles Lakers as well as the Charlotte Hornets. The 2018 #1 draft pick helped the Phoenix Suns reach the NBA Finals in 2020. In powerlifting news, a Bahamian taking part in the prestigious USA Powerlifting Raw Nationals in College Park, Georgia over the weekend. Alicia Turner competing in the 90-kilo weight class in hopes of securing a USA Powerlifting Pro card. Turner would set new PRs in her squat, deadlift, and bench and walk away for the top 10 finish in her class. She would, however, fall just a few points shy of obtaining that elusive pro card. We spoke with her as well as her coach on the performance.
Prepping for nationals was nothing spectacular, really. We switched up the plan a little bit, made sure every week we hit something heavy, which I think was beneficial, and I'm thankful for it because it gave me the strength to do what I need to do today, really and truly. But nothing really changed. Just happy we stuck to it and I was able to see it through.
In terms of powerlifting for my athletes and in general, I think that for me, I would like to see powerlifting, for my athletes at least, to just continue to progress, to continue to improve, and eventually, instead of just Alicia, the 3 athletes that I have now would qualify for nationals next year. We were very close to having 3, but fell a little short, but definitely next year we'll be 3 for 3.
And a former Olympian doing his part to help give back to the inner city community and help youngsters chase their dreams. Our intern Swanson Gibson tells us more in this report.
Beginning this week at the Hay Street Court was the Dream Chasers basketball camp. Dream Chasers is a non-profit organization geared toward providing impactful and enjoyable activities for at-risk children. Organizer Nathaniel McKinney spoke about what will take place at the camp over the next few weeks.
It's light numbers today. Normally we go every day. We go from Monday to Sunday. We focus on Christ. Definitely the message is always about God, changing the atmosphere and the environment, being an atmosphere changer. So Dream Chasers came about in order for us to have a safe place for the kids, for some place for them to be. So summer camp is just a bonus, and all the kids will come to summer camp. You know, they get a backpack with their water bottle, the towels, and they get to eat food every day. Sweet and simple. So we have the gaming systems, we have the PlayStations, we have the television set up for them, as well as we have kiddie corners where we're going to have low hoops for the kids to shoot in and play, and then also we're going to have basketball and exercise every day. So it's very it's mandatory that we teach the kids how to balance both exercise as well as fun.
Several children giving an early opinion on the camp.
It's been going great so far, and I expect it to keep doing good and for more people to come and for it to keep on doing better.
It's fun. You get to make new friends and have more people that you know you could trust and stuff.
Keeping the kids entertained and safe during the long summer break. Reporting for ZNS Total Sports, I'm Swanson Gibson Jr.
That's been a check on your sports on this Monday. Until tomorrow, I'm Almajal Knowles, signing out.
Throughout our lifetime, we must all make decisions. No matter how we choose, the right one just needs to be made. Like having J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers as your insurance partner. We've been serving the Bahamas for over 100 years. Whether you need home, motor, marine, or commercial insurance, make the right decision. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance. Peace of mind.
Your home is your sanctuary. The last thing you need to worry about is rodents. Once they enter your property, they can be tough to get out. If you're concerned about rodents, call Rent-A-Kill initially. We offer the latest, most effective treatment for safe, fast, and long-lasting results. From prevention to elimination, our integrated approach guarantees protection. For rodent control you can trust, there's only one name in the Bahamas. Rent-A-Kill Initial.
It's time now for a weather check with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Royce. We're going to get you started in the tropics this evening. And we do have this area of concern over the Gulf of Mexico, and that's near to the southeastern United States, where the Hurricane Center is giving it about a 20% chance of some sort of development over the next 7 days, but we'll keep our eyes on it and keep you posted. But if it does develop into anything, not a problem for us, because we anticipate that it will move towards the north and east well to the north of the Bahamas. And your temperatures around the islands this evening, we have those homogeneous Helios. Temperatures once again 82 degrees in Marshall, Abaco, Green Toll Key, and also in Freeport, Grand Bahama, the Berry Islands at 83. Allenstown, Bimini, 84 degrees there, 82 degrees in Harper Island, Rock, Tiny Lutra at 81. Artisan, Cat Island, 80 degrees, 82 in Black Point, Exuma, Campus Space, Orlando's, also Fresh Creek, Central Orlando's, also reported 82 degrees, and pick up another 82 in Georgetown, Exuma. Rum Key and San Salvador, 80 degrees there, some 82s again in Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, Crooked Island, Betsy Bay, and also in Acklands. Matitani, Nagua, 84, and the Turks and Caicos Islands also reported 84 degrees this evening. And our satellite picture, well, it's showing pockets of showers and thunderstorms, and this is in response to a mid to upper level low that is across the Bahamas, and that will be with us through tomorrow. So there will be an increase in shower activity tonight and tomorrow, particularly tomorrow, and some of those showers and thunderstorms could be heavy at times. Tonight, we are looking at partly cloudy and very warm with the low temperature around 80 degrees, so the AC is definitely necessary tonight. And then tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit breezy in the morning with thunderstorms in parts of the area, otherwise mostly cloudy for the greater part of the day, but those showers and thunderstorms will be in the mix, so once again we ask you to keep your rain gears handy. High temperature tomorrow, 86 degrees, your extended weather forecast a bit on the wet side tomorrow, but things will clear up as we head into the middle of the week. Wednesday and Thursday and Friday look quite pleasant, but over the weekend we're going to see gray skies once again return to our forecast area with scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms in the mix. And as we head into the early part of next week, things will clear up again for you. But temperature-wise, very seasonal right through the 7-day cycle. Royston?
Thank you, Basil. Well, that's going to do it for the Bahamas tonight at 11. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Thank you for watching, and as always, good night.
At Tonic Williams Darden Highway, I'm Tijaro Hudson. This is ZNS.
Kochida, ohenasai, kochida, ohenasai. Koko niwa, Johnny Cochran. No kabe. Hanto no kyode no William Dent Cochran.
Lynn, what are you doing? Johnny Cochran is dead.
I know that. That's why I told him you're his brother. Now hold this glove up, smile, and say, if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Hi, hello, how are you? I'll call security.
Yeah, that doesn't rhyme. Now, if you'll excuse us, we're gonna go visit that old shoeshine guy. Tugiwa, Oscar Joe Shishosha, Morgan Freeman des. What's it that? Hi.
Lynn, what? Come on, Lynn. I thought you were done with these dead-end, possibly illegal jobs. Whatever happened to you dedicating your life to your music?
I just got a little stuck.
On what?
The usual. How to read music, write music, play music. But once I figured that out, music, watch out. What's it down? Morgan Freeman, what's it down?
Welcome to What's Trending. Join me, Jiminita Swain.
And me, The Bahama Beauty, Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m.
Only on the ZNS Network.
Emmies in here. I spotted 2 Image Awards, an Emmy nominee, 3 Lakers, a Dodger, and that 6-foot corn-fed heifer over there has got to be a Spark. Ooh, I sure picked the right time to buy my new video phone. There's Eric Dickerson. Hey! Say hi to my mama.
Hi, Mama.
Ooh, that's my favorite tight end.
Oh, a team.
My team.